Hey, welcome to the show. We are. Ryan, I've just noticed Ryan's got Crocs on.
Pair of Crocs.
What a bold fashion statement today.
You reckon?
My man. Because we go standard black tee.
It's too small for me too, this one.
Where's it from?
Is it tight?
Is it from Primark?
Yeah.
Yes. Fucking right, listen. I noticed this about Primark t-shirts, right? Because after you've washed a Primark t-shirt once, it starts becoming too... I get it, it's too short.
Yeah.
Because I was like, am I becoming fatter?
Yeah.
And it just won't cover my bit. So to the point where if I yawn and put my arms up, I will then... My fucking large belly will come out.
I've recently started going, I deserve more.
Yeah. But it's just so cheap. It's like, what, 145 or something?
Aye, so like, in fairness, you know why I end up now with mostly Primark t-shirts is because, especially if you're on the road or something like that, and you're just like, oh,
I just need a new t-shirt.
Buy a 2-point t-shirt.
Yeah. You feel like you can't complain about Primark t-shirts because they're doing their best. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
They're hanging in there.
Like when you consider an Indonesian sweatshop, you can't expect them to.
If they're selling it for £2, how much does it cost?
Exactly.
That's fucking.
If you're needing to make a profit margin on £2. Jeez,
giving some
fucking hell.
I wonder how many backhands some 4-year-old got while making this one.
I know, but yeah, I've noticed that. So black tea, brown corduroys.
Yeah.
Bold. I approve, but bold.
Cord, yeah.
Bright white socks.
Yeah, that is a bit of a
And then Crocs.
Yeah.
Tanned coloured Crocs.
Yeah.
Tan.
I mean,
slightly off white. I'll say off white.
Yeah, I think they're dirty.
Yeah.
They're off white, yes. But I suppose. Well, I was going to wear this, but it's too warm.
Yeah.
And then I took this off and I went, oh my God.
Yeah.
It needs to be a small t-shirt for this to hug me.
Aye. That is. I mean, that's a child small.
Yeah. This is shrunk.
Yeah, that's like baby gap.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm going on stage going oh, my mother.
Cords are a fucking bold move for this weather.
I don't know. It's good sometimes to hold it in the sweat. Just, do you know, it's kind of like, if you turn a water bottle upside down and to make the water go out fast, you put a pen up it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like that. If you just do it there, just for fucking
all right,
gushing out the bottom.
I suppose with the shape of cords, with the sweat, it's almost like a guttering system you've got going on. Because you've got the Reggies in it, so you could just sluice them away.
That's so funny, Ridge cut jeans. These are the McCoys of trousers. Actually looks like a large crisp now. I think I'm wearing crisps.
I've gone for standard Adidas shorts and a super dry t-shirt. Super dry t-shirt that I have managed to hold on to for a long while.
Yeah.
But my wife has been trying to get me to get rid of, and you'll see why. And then yesterday I was in the supermarket with the kids, and I reached up to get something, and look underneath the. there's just like it looks like a moth.
Has
been at it for a year.
Yeah, went mad at it,
and they were like that. Come on, like this is.
I love when you get to come on.
We're not impoverished here by a different. But it's so comfy. I love this t-shirt. It's so comfy.
Annoying. Yeah. Okay. It feels like it's a whole job.
I know. It feels like there's literally no point.
No, because you would end up stitching it, and everything would just get slowly.
There's no point.
Yeah.
It's like if you're not watching it, underneath there's just a shitload of holes underneath the armpit.
It looks like you've done it yourself.
Yes,
to make yourself more aerodynamic.
The thing is, because they're all perfectly spherical. They're all perfect circles. It's like, do you know that fear? It's like fluorophobia or something like that. It's a fear of small holes in something.
Oh God!
You never seen that? You ever seen like?
Well, at least your mother's alright.
You ever seen the thing that poppy seeds come out of, like a wee kind of. Thing, and it's got hundreds of tiny wee holes.
Yeah.
In the top, that's like a real recognised fear of tiny holes in something.
That's bizarre.
Yeah.
Do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like the top of a dehumidifier. You know, the little £1 ones. You put that's what it is. Right. Fear of tiny holes.
Fear of tiny holes. Yeah. Trypophobia. Look, like that.
Oh, yeah.
That's a massive fear.
Like honeycomb?
Yeah,
You're just freaking out.
An aversion of repulsion to objects like honeycombs or sponges that have repetitive patterns or clusters of small holes. People with trypophobia are disgusted by the patterns of holes.
Okay, that's what's the one I've seen? Because I keep getting fucking, like, there's some game. I keep getting TikToks of it. Is it fascilophobia? Is fascilophobia things that are massive, basically? Oh god, the Arsenal Scotland group's kicking off, by the way. I'm currently in the middle of something. It's very funny.
Yeah.
But I'll get into that in a second. Fascilophobia. We just go through each other's phobias.
Yeah.
Persistent, intense fear of deep water, such as ocean of lakes. So it's, like, there's a game called, like, something Nautica or something. So it's just you're in those little, you're deep sea diving and you come across monsters and shit underwater.
So it's not a fear of drowning.
No, it's a fear of, like, the expanseness of deep underwater.
Right.
But it's underwater still. I know you can get that in space too, but this is a water one. Yeah.
Right. I've it's not, the only fear, I used to have a fear of clowns.
Yeah.
I don't really have that.
Awful about a family full of them.
I've spoken about this before. I don't have a fear of heights. I don't have vertigo. I have a fear of dropping something from a great height.
Yes.
So, like, when you got up, like, the Eiffel Tower, or you're up in a tall building. Yeah, it's like that, that...
Penny thing.
Yeah. Which is, like, largely proven to be bullshit. It won't... The way that the velocity and the sheer force of penny will end up becoming this fucking instrument of death, where it'll just pummel right through someone and slice someone in half. It's bullshit.
Terminal velocity.
Yeah, but... whenever I'm up high, like when I visited the Eiffel Tower, when I visited the Empire State Building, when you're up that high, I constantly, and I'm on roller coasters as well, I constantly have to check that my phone and my wallet and my keys are all secure. I have to constantly check it.
I do that in roller coasters.
Yeah.
It really fucks me off.
Yeah.
Any sort of, even just like even them swing ones, the thing, I'm also like... I'm always like, is there a locker? I'd love everything possibly on me to be in it.
I don't know what... If say, you're on a roller coaster, right? Your keys fly off. Particularly those swinging ones. That's probably the worst. Because a roller coaster, you're very likely to just fall down.
Yeah.
And the chances of it hitting someone. If it swings off, right, and... it fucking embeds itself in someone's eye.
Yeah.
Blinds them at best. At worst, kills them. They come across. They're like, my God, what's happened here? Pull your keys out. You've got your address on them and your fucking Tesco club card fob, right?
Fucking man's got kids
so
and
they
everything.
can easily find you. What do you get done?
You couldn't be.
Accidental.
But the problem is,
accidental manslaughter. Is that a?
Well, that would just be manslaughter, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but
not really. Yeah.
Because there's been no intent.
It's just an accident. Yeah, it was real Final Destination. I reckon the problem is you would have to go and prove that this was an accident. Somebody.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, no worries, mate.
Surely
you killed my 4-year-old. We were just trying to have a sausage.
Oh, I mean, the family would never speak to you ever again. Obviously.
Well, yeah. But weird if you became friends.
Two more that I find weird.
Okay.
That I don't know the answer to. Maybe anyone can tell me. Our new house is a really slopey drive.
Okay.
Right? Now, I have a huge paranoia whenever I park a car on a hill. So what I do now is I reverse in and I park it sideways and turn the wheel that way so that there's no chance of it going down the hill.
Yeah.
If you're parked on a hill... and your handbrake comes... because every time I park... it's particularly in Edinburgh, because Edinburgh's quite a hilly city. If I've ever parked on a hill and I park, I will spend about 3 minutes pulling the handbrake, like constantly pulling the handbrake, and then I'll close the car, walk away, and 9 times out of 10, I'll get about 3 minutes away and I'll go, fuck, I better check it again. And I'll run back. I do this with locking the house as well. OCD as fuck about this kind of shit.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I nearly got killed with it.
What happens
if
your car, say you have put the handbrake on, can they prove the handbrake's been on first of all? And so, but even if you a lapsed moment of concentration, you didn't put the handbrake on, the car slips back, causes an accident, are you at fault?
I reckon that one's going to be way easier to prosecute than
Yeah.
the Keys. I nearly died in one of them. Did you know that?
No.
Oh, well.
This
Sorry.
is another time you were hit by a car.
So, no, this isn't counted because I wasn't hit by one.
Right.
We missed it. It was a lorry.
All
we were
right.
in like it was in Lifford where somebody left. The station's up a little bit higher. Basically, there's a slope coming from the petrol station.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody left their lorry's handbrake off, and when we were driving, we were going to school. It was me, my brother, and Eugene was driving. And we were just looking at it coming down the hill because you're kind of looking at it going, there's something off by this.
Yeah.
And then by the time we had got it, Eugene did really well because basically it flew across the road like perfectly, whatever, perpendicular. And instead of like, if you slowed down out of panic, we were flattened.
Aye.
But Eugene fucking flattened on the accelerator instead. We were like, nobody's in that. And he did like a little fucking spin around, missed it, and went
Shit.
straight through into the... there's like a co-op across the road. The gate's still bent. They haven't really fixed it. They just kind of like
Shit.
squashed it. And every time I drive back, I was like, that was 20 years ago and that gate's still bent from that time and he died. It's like a constant reminder.
Fucking hell. So you would get done.
Like, I feel like he
There's a
would
duty of
go
care,
in.
aye.
He's at work as well. I don't know if that
Aye.
adds to it, but that kind of, well, I presume he's at work.
Yeah.
He's driving around in a massive lorry.
Because there is that thing as well about that, like the Final Destination. I was showing Seamus yesterday all the opening scenes of all the Final Destination films, and he found them fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And we were watching the one with the truck where the logs
Funny.
come apart.
Yeah.
And we're like that, right? That definitely. So the driver is liable for that, even though it's an accident, because he's not secured the load.
That's so, yeah.
Yeah. Is it him or is it whoever's loaded the truck? Or I don't know. I don't know the legalities of that.
That's a good question. I never thought about these.
Yeah. The last one I have is because we've got a slopey. We were playing football last night, and we've now got it to where we can play it in. But the first couple of times we played football, the ball would get launched over the fence, and it would then hit the driveway, and there's nowhere else for it to go but down. Right. So there was a couple of times we were like, ah, fuck. So that's going on a main road, and it's quite a busy road.
Yeah.
So I'm like that. If that bounces off, goes under someone's wheel, or bounces up, goes onto their windscreen, they swerve into the side and mow someone down.
Well,
Are we at fault?
oh, I don't know.
Or is that an accident?
It's hard to know. I actually don't fucking know.
Because I don't know, because we've got prior knowledge. But I mean, technically, we shouldn't be playing football because we know there is a chance it could go on the road. So it's not like we can go, oh fuck, we had no idea how gravity works.
Yeah. I remember when I was a kid, by the way, me and Paul Carberry playing, and the ball bounced out in the car and on the road, and the car scored an absolute screamer. Like the ball bounced and it hit like a Volkswagen and just fucking tore 35 yards into the top corner.
Yes.
We lost it. I'm still talking about it. As you can hear, yeah.
So there you go. Before we get to the film, we need to talk about LA.
Yeah, true crime.
Ryan's come back from LA.
Matan.
How was it?
Warm.
What was it? Is it noticeably warm?
Oh my Jesus Christ!
Aye.
Yeah, it's like dead heat as well.
Yeah.
Good though. I enjoyed it. Nowhere near as good as anywhere else I've been in America. Like,
Really?
I mean, in fairness, all the people's good, the food's good, and when you go to the certain places, it's good. But overall, the city is kind of a shithole.
Is it a shithole?
Yeah.
I've heard it is a bit
Like,
of a
I went to
shithole.
fucking Skid Row. I tell you what it is. There's no actual landmarks unless you're going to Hollywood. Everything's just like repetitive blocks and corners
Aye.
at the same kind of height as well. Unless you're like at a certain part downtown.
Aye. So there is no Statue of Liberty. There's no like, oh, there's that thing over
No,
there.
you're just
Yeah.
kind of like following shit, and then honestly, half the time I just stayed in Hollywood, like most of the time.
Ah, fucking
Yeah, no, but
half the
Hollywood's-
time, fucking.
Half the time.
Did you go up to the sign?
No,
Nah. Can you see the sign all the time, aye?
not all the time. No, you have to kind of go to a certain part and look up, but
Because of smog.
because of the smog, didn't see the smog, but there was actual smog. Like based businesses to check stuff, and I'm like, oh my
Aye,
god, that's bad.
Aye.
Skid Row was a disaster. Like
Aye.
Skid Row was just a shanty town, like a
Is it?
full-on shanty town. Just the streets were just covered in tents.
And how do you so do you ask a taxi driver to take me to Skid Row?
No, I booked a hotel beside it. I realised now why it was so cheap.
Amazing.
The road I was on was great. Like everything was like, it was like a gentrified road. But when I was going through it was like, you are 3 minutes from your destination. I was driving through Skid Row going,
Aye.
I'm going to have, I was in my head, I was like, I'm going to have to like immediately not go here.
So you're in a taxi, yeah? You're not walking.
I went in an Uber. Yeah, no, I didn't fucking walk through that. That would have been
Nah, dodgy.
No, dodgiest stuff. Probably one of the dodgiest places I've ever seen.
Aye.
Yeah, it was Skid Row. And then I got out and the place was fine, the place where I was. But like if you took two left turns, I'm absolutely bang in the middle of it again. I was like,
yeah. Jesus, aye.
Then I stayed out with a comic then with Jack Trainer. I stayed out with a guy called Nate Welsh out in his place in North Hollywood. And he's great. He's like proper like deep south dude. Came up with an Austin 316.
Yes.
Like vest. He drive around in an old cop car that he bought.
Fucking
it was unbelievable crack.
That's class. Do you see anyone famous?
No.
Just walking about now?
Did I? No, I don't think so. No, just a couple of comedians, but they're not. Yeah.
Is Hollywood Boulevard cool?
Well, I mean, it's incredible. It's exactly what you think it is. It's incredibly touristy and stuff like that.
Is it?
Aye. Jesus, it's probably the biggest place.
So
Hollywood Boulevard.
So you've got this idea of like just celebrities rocking up and down the fucking place.
I'll tell you one thing that there's a lot of stars on the floor.
Yeah.
There's like thousands.
Yeah.
Now I thought there was going to be like 30. It was a big thing. Apparently, you just pay to get on it.
You can now anyway. Yeah.
There was loads of people. You know the way you get further away from like the theater and stuff. You're just like, what?
Yeah.
I thought like, Judge Judy's got one.
Fuck off.
So you told me, right? Because you was like, who is the most obscure person you can find that's been on our things?
Yeah.
But all the actors are definitely bigger. So I couldn't find people like the least. I've took pictures of. Well, I took Kurt Russell because we just done Tombstone. I took the two least famous people I could find that have a square or have a star. Imagine getting that wrong. Who have a star is Wesley Snipes and Pierce Brosnan.
The two least famous. Blade and James Bond are the two least famous.
Exactly.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, I couldn't find. I was sitting there going like, let me think of this. Bound to come across one. I'm like, they appeared in
Randy Quaid or some shit like that.
I didn't see no Randy Quaids. I didn't see no Randy Quaids. I don't know why I said it like that. Let me see. Do I have an LA pictures? Where the fuck? Yeah, I got Kurt Russell. Yeah.
Sean Connery.
No. I took Don Rickles because that was a cool one. Yeah, Wesley Snipes and Pierce Brosnan were basically the two. But I went into that thing and watched Thunderbolts.
Did you go into Grauman's? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Is it good cinema?
Aye.
Is it cool?
Aye.
Yeah.
It's only one screen.
Yeah, that's what's cool about it. Yeah.
But I walked in and they were like, you're in screen 7. I go, it just seems to be one screen. They go, it's all one screen. And I was like, well, why would you write...
Why is it called 7 then?
Well, why would you write screen 7 on the fucking docket? Like, I was like, this is the one thing that fucked me off immediately.
Amazing.
I was sitting fuming at this.
That's fucking brilliant. And Ryan, in a so Tony Hinchcliffe, who you may know if you listen to this, Tony Hinchcliffe is like he's not a master roaster. He's kind of piggybacked onto the roast thing with. Because you've actually ever done one of the
he's
celebrity
not really
ones.
He does like Kill Tony. So
so it's just kind of roasting.
Tiny show. Yeah,
kind of open spot.
Roast open spots as they go.
It's like a fucking gong show.
That's what
like a roast, a gong show where the other comics will then the professional comics will rip the shit out of you. That's basically what Kill Tony is.
Yeah.
But Tony Hinchcliffe called you the best roaster he has ever seen.
He said that when he was saying that off stage. The one he said on stage that I'll definitely use was like probably the best roast battle I've ever seen. Yeah.
Do you have a recording of it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Me and Ryan Neeson. It was Ryan Neeson. It was very good.
Yeah,
it was very good. I lost it because on the third, it was very funny. On my third round, it was real neck and neck. I think I got like 2 or 3 maybe higher laughs, but he was definitely more consistent. Because on the third one, I went on about his dad dying of cancer, and I didn't lose them, but you could see people go. It was more mean than straight up funny. And I was like, you see a couple of people go, you got me then in the consistency.
Fucking class.
It was great.
Very proud of you, Ryan.
It was good fun.
In a small moment of niceness in this podcast and genuineness.
Jack Trainer was so funny out there.
Yeah.
Because everybody couldn't believe he was a real person.
Yeah, he does look like he's been drawn.
He did a Cat Williams impression and they all lost it.
Really?
It's the best Cat Williams impression I've ever seen.
I think what Cat Williams sounds like.
I never seen.
All right, yeah.
He did it in the roast battle. They all lost it because just the last person you expect to pull out.
Exactly. Yeah. So did he win?
He slaughtered the man.
Aye.
Yeah, Tom Goss, he was really good too.
Aye.
Proper nice. Everyone's really nice out there. Like,
Fucking class, man.
do you know, like, we had this bit, right? Because Jack kept running around with, like, and we were in the dispensaries, so we're all fucked, right? And you know what the best thing is? I can't stop saying, because I've still got Tombstone in my head. Oh, fuck me. Went in to buy edibles, right? For the battle, and they were like, what flavor? He goes, we've got tangerine, lemon, we've got huckleberry. And I was like, I'll be a huckleberry. And she went, what? And I go, I'll have the huckleberry, please. So anytime I came around, any fucking minute, I just kept coming to Jack and behind him. He didn't even know what I was doing. He's not seen the film. I was like, I'll be a huckleberry.
What is a huckleberry?
So it didn't taste like, it tastes like, I don't know what an actual huckleberry is.
Find out.
Huckleberry flavored things. So I was like, I'll be a huckleberry every 2 minutes before eating an edible. But
Huckleberry. Huckleberry is a name used for North America for several plants in the family Acacia. These plants produce small round berries which can be... Oh, the blueberries!
oh yeah, I'm your
Basically
huckleberry.
fucking blueberries!
I'll be your huckleberry. It's just I'm your huckleberry. But
I'm
your huckleberry. It was even funnier getting it wrong the whole time.
Is the LA stuff?
Oh, it's way
strong?
stronger. It's great. So me and Jack then lost it at one stage. We had this bit going where everyone he was wearing a Raiders hat the whole time, and he doesn't like the NFL. He only wears a Raiders hat because Eazy-E used to.
Right.
So there's so many people like, hey, oh my God, you're a Raiders fan, and Jack's like, no, right. But he's starting to get annoyed about it, and I go, it's going to be very funny. The last person that asks you, and you just explode.
Yeah.
So we were doing this. We were absolutely fucking flying at this stage. And it was just like, hey, buddy, are you a Raiders fan? He's like, I'll fucking kill you. I'll fucking bust your ma. I'll burst her arsehole open. Right? Was the bit. And I've been fucking lying on the floor because anytime somebody. He's like, Jack's so good at impressions too. He's like, whoa, buddy, I'm just asking. Like, I'll fucking burst your ma's arsehole. Curb stomp your ma.
That happened to me once. It's at Tesco with my Cubs cap on.
Oh, God.
Guy started talking about the Cubs. I was like, I just bluffed it.
Yeah,
I didn't have the heart to go, I've got no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
I just like Chicago teams.
That's right. You always said that. Just like Chicago-based teams.
2 films before we do get to our film. Thunderbolts, I loved.
That was good, yeah.
And the Avengers versus Depression.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can't actually, that would just be a spoiler, but yeah, I liked it.
Yeah. And
some good actors in that, like.
Yeah.
I don't like Florence Pugh, but she was great in it.
And Sinners. Fucking hell. Sinners.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, what a best film I've seen in years. Sinners.
That's fun.
Best new film, anyway.
Why the fuck's all these Irish people saying it's terrible?
You'll find out when you get there.
Okay.
There's a big Irish element to it. I don't understand why they would have any problem with it.
Yeah, no, I don't think it will either.
I think it actually makes Irish people look all right, but yeah, there's a big Irish element to it. But
I'm in.
Fucking superb, unbelievable. Right.
Yeah, I must watch that.
This week we are doing
I'll tell you my playing movies.
Oh yeah, go for it before we start.
Quickly.
Yeah.
Number 1, I watched The Big Short.
Brilliant
Film. Then I watched Inside Man.
You hated it. I quite like that film.
Dog shit film.
Are you sure you watched the Denzel Washington, Clive Owen one?
Clive Owen, Spike Lee joint.
Because there is a new one. I noticed after you said that to me. I noticed on Netflix there is Inside Man 2, and I was like, surely he's not watched this piece of shit.
No, the original.
Right, the original.
And I just thought it was so fucking shit. Christopher Plummer and stuff. Like the whole thing was shit.
I liked it.
I thought it was going to be good. I remember. I watched The Killer, remake of The Killer.
Oh, aye.
You've seen the original Killer, John Woo?
Yeah, I've not. No.
Good. Well, the remake one's fucking shite, and it's by John Woo again.
All right,
and
okay.
I was like, oh.
Right.
Yeah. What else did I watch? No Country for Old Men.
Brilliant.
Top tier.
Superb.
And then I watched Tag again for the 400th time.
Yes.
Inside Man.
Could you pick anything? What flight were you on? United Airlines?
They were both British Airways, but the way over that was on an American Airlines flight. The choice wasn't that good, actually, to be honest.
No.
Even though I've chose big films, I was also kind of cornered into them.
I don't know why, I always expect planes to just have everything.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
International waters.
Yeah. I always expect them to have like a dodgy stick. Wonder if you could do that. Is there a USB...
You just pump
a
into
USB port? Could you take your dodgy stick onto a plane?
How would that work? Really, would it?
Well, because you can get Wi-Fi on a plane.
Yeah.
So what would be the difference?
How would you watch it on anything?
Because then you'd have to change the AV input.
Yeah, there's two.
There must be some way.
There's definitely somebody.
Definitely some way you can watch your
If people can
on.
hijack the plane, people can watch an illegal movie on the plane.
Exactly. That'd be the worst way to get arrested on a plane. Illegally watching the Coventry Sunderland playoff.
Fuck's sake.
over the Atlantic Ocean.
As soon as you're landing, you're getting lit up.
Right. This week we're doing Stand By Me.
Yeah.
Which is the first film you reckon that we've done that you've not seen before.
No, I definitely have a few, but this is like the first big one. Like, it's a classic.
Aye.
You know, the only other massive film I can think of that I've just never seen was like Usual Suspects.
Oh yeah,
I've
yeah.
never seen Usual Suspects. I haven't seen this. There's like obviously more.
We've never
that.
seen Tombstone either.
No,
That's a good
But
point.
I didn't know that was as
Aye,
classic.
that's big. Aye. Thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to laugh about. It's great though. It is good.
It's good.
Great acting. The actor, they're all fucking brilliant. And you know, I laughed a lot at parts of it.
Yeah.
But very good. Like, I think you're just straight up liar if you didn't think this was a good film.
Aye, it's fucking class.
Yeah. It's just
I've not seen it in so long that I forgot so much. I forgot about it. I totally forgot John Cusack's in it.
I did too. Or I didn't see it, sorry, but I didn't even notice that was him for the first one. His face is less.
Plays the dead brother. How does the brother die? I was thinking about this on the way
So
over.
funny.
Is it a car crash?
No. What they said was, since he died, and this is the exact words, a Jeep accident.
A Jeep. It was a Jeep.
A Jeep accident, which makes it sound like he wasn't hit by a Jeep or like was driving a Jeep. And when you die in a Jeep accident, it makes it sound like you died in the showroom. Someone you've like Antoine Yelchin yourself against that thing.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't. I don't know. You just say a crash. I know you're saying car crash, but nobody goes you died in a Jeep crash.
That's true. Nobody ever says that.
Yeah. So I'm like, when you say Jeep accident, I'm like, this wasn't a regular.
I also never consider.
He fell and banged his head on the.
Yeah. It was a Jeep accident because it's got no risk. Because it's got no lift. They went on a low-hanging bridge, took his head fucking clean off.
Forgot about the step and just fucking face planted.
How are we going to put this down?
Oh,
Danny LaChance died. Will we say beheaded? Just say Jeep accident.
Just a Jeep accident. Give him some fucking dignity.
Yeah, I totally forgot he was in it.
Yeah.
He's only in it for like 2 minutes.
I was Googling a couple of people because I've always heard the name Corey Feldman, but I don't know who he actually is.
Oh, come on.
I don't know what else he's in.
He's in Goonies.
Oh, Christ, I didn't even put that
His
together.
mouth in the Goonies.
Okay.
And he's in Lost Boys.
Yeah.
That's like his big three.
Okay, well, I don't remember Lost Boys at all.
Yeah. But Feldman's become like a fucking lunatic now. Like,
Is that what it is?
He's properly, like, it's almost like River Phoenix.
If he hadn't died.
There's certain ways where, like, young actors
will
go. They either fucking die.
Yeah.
Right? Or, like, Drew Barrymore probably should have died.
Yeah.
Considering that she was fucking, like, on smack at, like, 16 and shit like that, right? So River Phoenix dies. Other ones die, right? Or you become... Macaulay Culkin, which just fucks you up.
Yeah.
Right?
Seems to be doing better.
Yeah.
But
It fucks you up. You make a shit ton of movies by the time you're 15. Massively successful, make a shitload of money, probably get fucked out of the money, well, by him, by his parents, and by agents.
Yeah.
Fucking, and then just go, I'm done with the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot be arsed with this industry anymore. Or you let it damage you to where you become Charlie Sheen or Corey Feldman.
Yeah,
Not that
yeah.
Charlie Sheen was like a child actor, but he was a teen actor.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
Corey Feldman's now, and listen, I'm not fucking saying he's not, there's no basis to his truths, but he's come out, he's a big not accused. Well, yeah, you have to say accuser, but revealer of certain abuse that went on in Hollywood by casting directors and actual directors and all this kind of stuff. So he's gone proper, like.
Oh, he's went proper in on it.
Aye.
That's probably why I know the name.
Yeah. If like the film, there's very little about the film. It's just basically about 4 wee guys that go see a dead body.
Well, and they're harassed by a 45-year-old Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah,
It looks like. What age is he supposed to be?
So he'll be so.
His fucking son is 45.
This is what I find weird about it, because even though he's clearly, him and his pals are clearly, and he genuinely is a psycho.
Yeah.
Like his pals are clearly just pretending to be gang members.
Kind of scared of him.
Aye,
Yeah.
but he is like he quite willingly would crash into the truck. He would quite. He generally think he would stab. He would cut them.
Yeah,
like when he's got a knife to his throat, like he would fucking cut them. And I was like, so I'm assuming they're meant to be 17, 18, which is brutal. The fact that they're intensely bullying these 12-year-olds.
Yeah. Real bad.
I mean, it's not even bullying folk the year younger.
Yeah.
It's 12, and one of them's their fucking his pal's younger brother, for Christ's sake. It's brutal.
Yeah, they're like, well, what are you doing here? All stand over a dead body.
yeah. But, Kiefer Sutherland, I don't know what age we'd be in this.
He's bound to be young enough. But
He'd be young enough. This was just before he was in Lost Boys.
Yeah, but he really did look like 45 when he was
He looks, I mean, he certainly does look older than the 12-year-old.
Yeah.
I think the 12-year-old, I think River Phoenix was about 15 when he made this, so they are already playing you older than they're supposed to be.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, I agree, he does look...
Yeah, it was quite funny. It made it all quite funny.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, what I knew about this was I thought one of the kids went missing. I thought it was one of the 4, right? So the first scene, it shows you him in the car, just sitting there kind of like traumatized, and then 2 kids drive out in the back, and I was like, oh my God, here we go. He's going to fucking...
You thought he was going to take the kids?
I thought he was going to molest and murder one of the kids.
Jesus.
And then it just kind of passed him. Oh.
He's
I thought that. I was
How quickly did you realise the guy narrating it was one of the kids?
Well, almost immediately.
I suppose because he does say, I remember back to the summer.
Yeah, no, did it just take you a while? Not to take you a while, it sounded like I was...
No,
did it take you a while, did it? No, but no, I didn't. I never thought of that, so I presume pretty quickly, like... It's like, do you know the whole thing I felt like the whole film was like a Marlboro ad, but from an alternative universe for everyone's kids.
A lot of kids smoking.
Everyone's fucking just tanking them.
Yeah.
Go clean through the fags.
Yeah. It's weird. I forgot all 4 of them did it. I always thought it was just River Phoenix and Feldman. The two rougher ones. I didn't realise the wee Porky kid smoked as well.
Vern.
And it's the fact that they're like that. There's nothing like that first smoke after a meal. And you're like, what? You're fucking 12. Why?
After you finish your fish fingers.
Why are you speaking like a French aristocrat?
Get yourself a fag and a fish finger. Oh, Jesus Christ. I think my problem with this, and it's a problem with a lot of films with me, is that anytime there's children, I want them to die. Like, this felt like It without the clown.
It is very much like it.
Yeah, it's
like a non-scary It.
Instead there's 4 clowns.
Yeah. But it's Stephen King as well. You knew that, yes?
I did, but
this is based on...
I did not fucking link.
So this is from
The Body, is it, or something?
It's called The Body, yeah. It's in a group of short stories. The same book has Shawshank in it.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, that kind of makes sense.
This is the only. Stephen King seems like I think Stephen King comes across a bit of a bell end, to be honest. I know he antagonises a lot of the Trump stuff online and shit now, but this is the only work of one of his books that Stephen King has ever liked.
Oh, really?
Hates everything else.
I can get that. I think he's just one of the people that would hate.
I don't understand it though.
He should be able to just be like park that though.
Yeah.
When there are clearly a lot of good films.
I bet he enjoys the money from the rights being bought. But some of them I can understand, right? But I thought the original It was fucking class. Proper class. The Tim Curry It is class. I thought the new ones were actually pretty good, especially the first one. I think
the second one's terrible.
Really
the first
good.
one was great. Yeah,
The Shining is fucking excellent.
Yeah,
right? Carrie's excellent.
Yeah.
Misery's excellent.
Yeah. Yeah, these are all good
And I'm
films.
like, but he fucking hates The Shining. He absolutely hates The Shining. And I'm like, how? Like, this is one of the greatest horror films ever made. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, I know you can't like go.
Yeah.
We're talking about writer of the story, but
Yeah.
fucking idiot. But this is the only one he ever likes
Okay.
because Rob Reiner perfectly encapsulated what he was trying to do in the book. That's when authors lose me.
Yeah, because you're just like, well, it wasn't meant to be exactly perfectly
It's got to be
captured.
a film.
Yeah,
Right? It's a fucking short story. Of course, the man's got to.
Yeah, this is well, read the book then.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you have to park a little bit of your fucking artistic thing and just be like, oh, this is good.
Yeah.
It's not how I would have done it, but whatever. My favorite parts in it, you know, the part where he's like, I can't remember what they're swearing about, but it wasn't like about the body, I don't think. But when he goes, you swear you want whatever, and he goes, I swear, and he goes, swear in my mum's life, and then he goes, swear in my mum's life, that she would burn in hell for all eternity because of your lies. And he was like, I swear, and he goes, pinky promise. And I'm like, surely that one comes before.
Oh, pinky promise is like the
Pinky promise is more
is the ultimate.
There's more weight on it than my mum is going to burn in hell.
Pinky
for all
promise.
eternity. If you
Listen, trust me.
Yeah.
God forbid you ever have children. Pinky promise is the ultimate declaration of trust. Like that is the seal.
I think it's marriage.
You can't. You can't pinky promise a marriage, but yeah, pinky promise. Yeah, that's fucking like the only one they could have got if they'd have cut each other's hands and
Blood brothers
and swapped blood. That would have been the only thing that would usurp a pinky promise.
Would you get AIDS from that? Wouldn't you?
If you did it with someone,
that'd be great.
No, probably not. I don't know how much blood needs to go into you till you get AIDS, but
I don't know what.
It would also be a shitty...
This needs context.
It would be a shitty thing for somebody to do as well. If you had AIDS and you happily let someone go ahead with a blood oath.
I did ask this yesterday to Sloss, right? We're trying to work out if you're a vampire and you had AIDS, would that transmit? No. Sucking blood.
But you're not giving any more of you're the vampire and you've got AIDS. What blood are you giving?
No, if a vampire accidentally bit an AIDS dude, does a vampire get AIDS?
Yes.
Yeah, so
probably not because they're creatures of the undead. So what's AIDS going to do to them?
Oh, a lot. It's a very serious condition.
AIDS wouldn't touch like the guys in Sinners. Nah. God. Or Lost Boys or Blade.
Okay, yeah.
Vampires wouldn't. I don't think AIDS would touch a vampire.
Interview with a vampire.
I hate that. Yeah, that's shite. But no, I don't think if you sucked an AIDS, I mean, you wouldn't. You'd worry.
Yeah,
I reckon you'd be panicked. And I don't even know how you get a doctor's appointment as a vampire because you can't go out during the day.
See Dr. Acula.
So like you can't.
It's an old Mitch Hedberg joke. Sorry. It's a Mitch Hedberg joke. We got
Dr. Acula.
Dr. Acula.
I'm obsessed with this kind of. How cool does 50s America look?
It does. It's a good aesthetic.
There's a proper romanticism about it, and when you actually look behind it, you go, "No, this is dog shit." Especially small town 50s America.
That'd be awful, probably.
Because you go, none of these people have got any future whatsoever. The parents all look miserable. I mean, I know, obviously, Gordy's parents look miserable because John Cusack just died.
Yeah. In a tragic Jeep accident. But it looks class.
Yeah. The music is class. Like, the fact that, like, the story goes into the fact that he buys fucking hamburger meat.
Yeah. That's right.
Fucking class. You're just like, glass bottles of Coke. Like, yeah. It just looks fucking great, man.
It's the type of was it the type of era where everyone just left their bikes around?
Yes. Yeah. God, it's so. It just looks like it's sunny all the time. The cars are cool as fuck.
Cars are cool.
Yeah.
Useless, probably. Probably doing repairs on them every 14 minutes.
Yeah, there's just something about 50s America. That post-war America is my favourite era.
Yeah.
Just because
Diners and stuff.
Yeah.
I was in diners.
Yeah,
we all
but
went
just-
to a diner after, and I was like, class.
The diner culture is something I know would never work in Britain, but I wish it could.
Yeah.
See the idea of, like, do you know in The Equalizer, where he just gets up in the middle of it, it's like 4 a.m. and he'll go to that diner and just have his pie, and he obviously does his folding up and he brings his own cutlery and stuff. Where the fuck would you go? Even in London,
Fish and chips
not
takeaway.
London's the worst. Yeah, the London's the worst example because everything shuts down. But in the biggest city, most 24-hour claimed city in Britain, where would you, if you woke up at 4 a.m,
You'd have to
you can't go somewhere for a sit down meal.
Possibly, and I mean only possibly McDonald's, and that's not.
Yeah, but it's not the same, is it?
It's not. It's not. No. And
And
plus, I'm trying to do the fold up napkin thing.
Yeah,
You'd be sitting there going, "Shut up!
Yeah.
Shut up! I'll fold it."
I just wish, you know, that even like, not even like nighttime diners, I think, are class. I think
Like I went.
roadside diners
Yeah,
in
yeah.
America are cool as fuck. No, I know it's because of truckers and shit like that, but the idea of going into a roadside diner and it's rammed.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? It's not the same when you get into a little chef
Yeah.
or a fucking farm shop at a service station here.
Yeah.
Cinemas are better because of
Yeah.
drive-in. Bowling alleys are much better in 50s America
Yeah.
because it's not just, you don't feel like you could go bowling. I reckon you could go bowling in 50s America on your own, and folk would go, "There's a guy bowling on his
Yeah,
own."
yeah.
You go here, you look like a fucking paedophile
Yeah,
because it's
you-
mostly kids' parties.
Yeah. Right. You just want a non-judgmental game of bowling.
I
It sounds
do.
like that's all you want.
That's another thing I wish was a bigger culture here. I wish 10-pin bowling was a bigger thing in Britain.
I do enjoy it.
I wish there was teams.
Oh, all right.
I wish I wouldn't have to go out of my way and it be abnormal for me to seek out a 10-pin bowling team to join.
Fuck's sake.
Do you know what I mean?
I get yeah. Just the shoes, even
Yeah.
they still use them. They still use the 50 style shoes in most bowling
They
alleys.
do, yeah. The shoot, the
Because
fashion.
they know it's cool.
The fashion's class.
Yeah.
Fashion's class. Even if you're a piece of shit, you still dress smartly.
Yeah.
Sinatra's on in the background, but then you've also got rock and roll coming through. So you've got the mix of both musics. These films are a bit shit.
Yeah. But
Mostly-
but most people are shagging in the car.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, exactly. Aye, and there's shitloads of money going about because
Yeah.
America's because
Dogging in a movie.
the war's just finished. So
Aye.
fucking shitloads of money. There's shitloads of money coming in, but most of it's not. But it feels like most people have got a shitload of money.
Yeah.
What else?
People feel flush.
Yes. Yeah.
Did I actually went to a diner at 2 a.m. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where I went.
What did you get?
Oh, yeah, it wasn't great. It was like
Pecan pie.
No, I got a whole toasty and chips and like bacon, cheese toasty and chips.
Grilled cheese.
Yeah, it wasn't it wasn't that good, but I got a vanilla milkshake that was unbelievable.
Oh,
It's 2 a.m. It was rammed as well.
Yeah.
The whole diner's full. Like
alcohol and milkshakes. It's another thing.
I never did that.
Aye.
Can you?
You can get alcohol and milk. The only place I've ever seen you can get it, and get it in like Frankie and Benny's.
Oh
Or
yes,
something
yeah,
like
that type
We're
of
like,
shit.
oh, we fucking add a wee bit of wee shot to your milkshake.
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
great,
Yeah.
awesome.
Do you know what this movie also felt like? It felt like the origin story of like the Gaslight Anthem. Remember that band?
Hate that band.
I hate them too, but I really hated them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And or they're all going to turn out like school shooters. It's one of the two.
Yeah,
Maybe it's the East Street, very East Street band, isn't it?
yeah. We find out what happens to them all.
Yeah. You know what? Like I was glad it did it, but also it gets pretty funny eventually. Not them; they're probably one of the first to do it. But you're like, yeah. Corey ended up being a liar and whatever. Well, what was one?
Then he gets stabbed in the neck.
Stabbed in the neck. It was
Yeah.
so necessary.
River Phoenix's character gets stabbed in the neck. He's a
was
lawyer as well.
So fucking.
He actually
funny.
makes a success of himself, but still gets stabbed in the neck.
That's so funny. He tried to break up a fight. And
Yeah.
gets throated.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Gordy's the only one that becomes successful because he becomes Stephen King.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
right. He's the writer. Yeah.
And then the Vern, the fat kid, he he ends up just marrying some local, like knocking up some local woman.
They
and then running a hardware store or some shit.
They made it though sound like he bad.
Yeah,
didn't they? The way he said it, is like he just married some local bitch and had a family.
But that is probably the most miserable
because of where he is.
Yeah, that is probably the most miserable. Whereas Feldman's character just goes fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Because he's got a want about him anyway. Because his dad's a lunatic. So
I'll get to him in 1 second because it's the funniest thing in the world. But there's a part in it where he goes, what do you need a comb? You know, you get Vern's running around with a comb, and he goes to, what do you need a comb for? You don't have any hair. And I was like, he clearly has loads of hair.
yeah, I know.
I was like, cultural appropriation.
I think what they mean is he's not getting any hair to style.
Yeah. I was like, here. As a bald man, I was very offended.
Yeah. I realise that must be quite triggering.
I was like, that's bullshit.
When the hirsutes start.
Now, I have a couple of questions, right? First of all, I didn't really catch what a goocher was.
I think it's what I can't remember what terms, what context.
They kept talking about it, and I was sitting there going like, did I miss something? I couldn't figure out what the fuck a goocher was.
I can't remember it being said.
Because it'd be funny, like, regardless. Attacked with it, draped by the skin that's between your arsehole and ballsack.
I've got just a note written, Frenchman joke.
Oh, didn't he have a Frenchman joke at the very start? Was that what it was? I remember
laughing a lot. Wait a minute.
It was the very start in the treehouse, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, here it is. Right, sorry. How do you know if a Frenchman has been in your backyard? Your garbage cans are empty and your dog's pregnant.
Jesus Christ.
An unnecessary slur.
It's such a
fucking dog shagging French.
Oh, did you? Jesus Christ. I was screaming at The Sopranos there. I was watching the Junior Sopranos joke about, oh, fucking hell. He's just like, what did the blind man say? What did the blind man say when he was passing the fish market? Hello, ladies.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's funny. There was another thing, one of the insults. No, it's not even an insult, it's just an exclamation where he goes, Jesus H. bald-headed Christ.
There's some odds where one of them calls one of them a whore master. Whore master. There was another one that was like a cock fucking something, like not a cock womble, but it was something like
yeah. It does. I guess the dynamic between the four of them's fucking.
They're
great.
Very good.
They
actors.
Just rip into each other constantly.
Yeah.
It's a great one where he goes. Is it where he says something like eat my dick for lunch or something like that?
Yeah.
And then one of them goes, be a small meal.
I'm absolutely fucking delighted too, by the way, that it seems to be a universal thing that you would just absolutely abuse the people about their mother.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the mum jokes are, yeah.
I found that I nearly fucking Googled it, right? But I felt like, the forest they were in.
Yeah.
It felt, for some reason, because it was, I know this was what, the 80s, was it?
86.
86.
Yeah.
I felt, for some reason, parts of it felt like it was the same place Jurassic Park was filmed.
What?
Just, I don't know, the general feel. I think it's just
Costa Rican forest.
And not necessarily the, like, I know because I think it was filmed in Hawaii, wasn't it? Even though it's meant to be Costa Rica or whatever.
But it's not that.
I'm not talking about the high shots. I mean, when they're down just walking along like the road and into the forest and stuff like that. Because there's a few times I just kind of felt like I was ready for like a Spinosaurus to come up and rip Corey Feldman's head clean off. I was like that. There was 3 times there was that, even though that was not meant to be part of the film. I was like, dinosaur's going to kill one of them now. Would really throw the film off. The second time I was real tense was the scene with the train coming. That was good. That had me going.
The scene's brilliant.
Because it's just funny. Like running away from a train's not, I'm like boring most films.
Yeah.
But it's the fact, they had it. It was like you run down, concentrating on their feet. I was like, oh.
Because I think watching that, I think that'd be terrifying anyway. Crossing that. Because again, dropping something. He drops a cone. But also there's quite a big gap between the slats. Yeah, so if you take one wrong move and catch your foot on it, if you trip, then you could go over.
Yeah, easy.
I don't like the way how slow they actually walk across it. Like when they establish the fact of one goes, do anyone know when the next train's due? When you've already decided to cross, I'd be fucking quick marching it. I'd be running anyway, regardless of a train coming towards me. I'd be running across it anyway on the chance that a train would come. Whereas they're ambling over.
Fannying about.
One of them's crawling. So
fuck you, Vern.
Yeah. I've got funny. The only bit of trivia I've got for this. This is really quite funny. Right. So the train scene took a full week, right, to shoot, right? Obviously, you can't have. They needed. You can't. The way they did it, right?
Because I seen the first scene when it comes around. It's clearly not.
Yeah, it is a real train that is on them, right? But
it's made of cardboard.
No, they use lenses in a way. There's a specific type of lens that they use where if they've got them in the foreground, they can put the train as far back as they want it, but the lens makes it look like it's gaining on them, right? Okay. It's right on top of them, right? So they did that. But obviously on the running bits, because it's filmed on a real, like I'm saying about them tripping, you couldn't put
kids in that.
You could be any kids, but you certainly couldn't put 4 famous kids on that. So they needed stunt men. Now you can get stunt children.
Yeah. So, oh no, they're not midgets.
No, four small adult women with closely cropped hair. So they got four female small people. Cut their hair and went, be a boy. They got 4 Jeanette Crankies to basically fucking launch themselves over.
Hurry up! Hear a whip sound. That's so fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I was pissing myself when I read that.
That's one of the fucking. Oh my god. I can't believe that. I never really thought that you can't really have stunt children.
Yeah, you can't. You can't. Yeah, you can't. Like, you can't do any stunt work with any kids.
Cropped hair for women.
It's like when remember when we did Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
In the scenes where Bruce Willis he's talking to the Haley Joel Osment in the bed, and obviously they're doing their close up. So Bruce Willis is delivering, but he's got to deliver his lines to someone. And it was just a grown person in the bed because they could, because of the like the amount of time that they could keep the kid on set. They couldn't have him lying there, so he was just delivering it to an adult.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
The two things about the two big scenes that I really remember from this film is the leeches.
Oh, yeah, fuck.
That's the first time I'd ever seen leeches, and it properly stayed with me.
Oh, yeah?
Because I had no idea until I saw this film, I had no idea what leeches...
I've never come across one.
The only 2 big leeches films are this, and there's a bit in Octopussy where Roger Moore comes out of a swamp and he's got a leech on him. He burns it off, and he gets a lighter and burns it off. And I always thought that was the way whereas these boys just fucking rip it off, and there's blood bits everywhere.
Yeah.
And then when Gordy rips it off his sack,
it's
just a shitload of blood. Like, oh,
burn it off, Gordy. Burn your ball sack clean off.
But yeah, I would remember that because I've never seen a leech in my. I don't even know where you would get them in this. I don't know if leeches do.
I don't know. Actually, they're bound to be, wouldn't you? You'd imagine.
You'd think you'd have come across one though, because there's so many times where I've spent around about
the swamp.
Not swamps, but like rivers.
Yeah.
Being in like country rivers.
I've been in country rivers too, mind you.
Bogs and shit.
Yeah.
Hundreds of bogs here. You have hundreds of bogs in Ireland.
Yeah, nothing but.
Whole place a fucking bog. But
all right, calm down.
But yeah, I don't know if leeches. Let's find out.
Jim Elliot?
Yes.
Jim Elliot used to have a fucking unbelievable bit about bogs. So
right.
He's American living in Ireland, and he used to have a bit years ago about. He's like, what the fuck's a bog? He's like, first you can walk on it, you can drown on it, and you can set it on fire.
So you can.
He's like, fuck's a bog? So
they
funny.
do exist. Leeches live in Britain. 17 different species of leech in fresh water in Britain.
I thought you were going to call me a
Most of
leech.
them found in ponds, lakes, and slow-flowing rivers. They're actually leeches are known mostly as medical things. Yeah, I think leeches. I think leeches have got like a kind of a lore about them, where in kind of ancient medicine leeches would be used, but also in not modern medicine. You're not rocking up to a pharmacy and they'll fucking plant a leech on you.
Yeah.
But I think in
Suck out the AIDS.
Not yeah, not so distant past, leeches would be used in terms of wounds and stuff like that. I think they'd be used to clean up wounds, for example.
It'd just be like, use the whiskey, man.
Yeah, but the leech is really fucking taking everything.
Oh, why? But I would be like, also, I'd be like, that fucking thing's going to make me sicker.
Yeah. Do you want to know the horrible thing about leeches and why you shouldn't pull them off? So you can't just yank them off, right? Because it gets a shock. You should like slowly, like,
Pull them off.
I don't know if burn them off works. I don't know. I'm assuming it does because Bond does it, but
If Bond did it,
yeah, well, he's not going to make a mistake. Man never makes mistakes. But you can't just rip it off a leech because the leech gets such a shock, it throws up in the wound that's left, and that's how you get massive infections. It basically spews.
oh god, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ,
But it's fucking disgusting, isn't it?
it's fucking. See, this is I don't know why you would take that. Oh, sorry, I'm apologies. We try to clean up your wound, but the leech puked on you, and now you've got fucking everything.
Best thing you can do with a leech, because I looked this up, is just let it finish. Same with a mosquito. Should never hit a mosquito. Just they'll get full. Like they're sucking blood, but they're not. I mean, a mosquito's fucking tiny. A mosquito's not going to be at you for hours.
Imagine.
And a leech isn't either.
Same size as you by the end of it. Oh, when are you ever finished?
Waking up to a human-sized leech. You've been cuddling it all night. But yeah, just let a leech do its work and finish, and it'll just
I don't
fuck
think
off.
anybody's going to do that.
No, I don't think anyone. I think you'd panic like fuck, and you would
I'd freeze
let it
it.
barf into you.
No, it wouldn't
freeze it. I'd punch it off. Yeah.
Fucking puking me,
Yeah.
you piece of shit.
Or, as we have discussed on this, you suck it.
Exactly.
Leech on your arm, you go, you fucking suck me, I suck you.
Yeah, that you're right, man. You got to hit it. That's like what we said. Fuck a zombie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Eat a zombie.
Eat a zombie. Yep. Fuck a zombie.
Ghosts. It was fuck. No,
Fuck a ghost.
Fuck a ghost.
Yeah.
Well, then what?
Yeah.
Boo,
Rape your rapist.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, that's how
That's
you
it.
get. That's how you get. That's how
suck
you
a leech out.
re-establish power. Whatever they do to you, you do to them back. See how a leech likes it when you're yeah, exactly. I'll suck you fucking dry. I'll suck the blood that you've taken from me and the blood you've taken from everyone else.
Oh God!
So I'll have a shitload of blood in me, and you'll be nothing but a raisin. It's what you'll be, you leech prick.
You leech bastard. Now, you want to go through the actual hilarious part of the film, and you don't know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the only things I want to talk about.
Yeah, I've
is
got three bits
the
here. and we'll
four
go-
actors.
Yeah.
right. But we'll do that at the end. My favorite scene in the whole film, and basically talk about childhood.
Okay.
Right. So, but do you want to do what your funny bit is?
Oh, right. So my funny bit is because I've heard it, right. Well, I know of generational trauma, but it's really funny to have a Normandy Beach PTSD 13-year-old that wasn't there. That's the funniest thing I think I fucking cried laughing at that. Where like fucking six of them. It's just like having a kid in a playground, you know, and then all of a sudden he just starts battering the Asian because he thinks he was in the Korean War.
Yeah. He does.
Very funny.
It's also, I think the guy that owns the junkyard takes it a bit too far.
Oh.
Because he just keeps going, loony.
This is
loony.
That was the funniest. That guy's even funnier than Kiefer Sutherland.
Fucking horrible.
He absolutely went for the kids.
Horrible.
Went like absolutely fucking. He's like, I know all your dads, but not yours, because he's
Yeah.
locked up in a loony. Just triggers the kids'
loony
PTSD.
bin.
Just start
I know.
fucking go for him. Oh Jesus Christ! My father stormed the beaches of Normandy.
Yeah.
The guy did he?
Yeah, I was just trying to. So, do you reckon? So,
Oh.
is his dad come back with PTSD,
Yeah, I think that's what's
and and that's when he started beating him up?
I think so. I think
Yeah.
that's what they're trying to say. Yeah.
Is River Phoenix's? Do his parents abuse him, or are they just?
I think I don't know. It's kind of I feel like it's heavily implied.
Because they've all got. Because obviously
They've all got torn apart.
Gordy, his parents hate him because his brothers died instead of him.
Funny. That was
that's
real funny.
Yeah, that's probably the worst.
When he had the
actually.
dream and he's like, it
should have been you, Gore. Yeah.
Fucking cut. That was so good.
Do you know who that guy is?
No.
He plays Quato in Total Recall.
Does he?
Yeah.
God, I don't even think it was
The mum plays the mum in Gremlins.
Oh, I don't remember Gremlins. Remember that's okay.
I
don't even think I've seen Gremlins.
Oh, that's a good Christmas one.
Yeah, that's another big one I haven't.
Yeah,
at least don't remember any.
So he's got a bad deal because his parents wish he'd died instead of his brother.
In the Jeep accident.
Feldman definitely has a bad because his dad's PTSD and beats him up all the time.
So funny.
And what is it? He fucking held his ear to a radiator or like a cooker ring, and you can see like his scarred fucking ear.
Burnt a little bit off the engine.
Yeah. I don't know if you've. I don't know. I'm assuming.
Couldn't do that with an induction hub.
I'm assuming River Phoenix's parents are abusive.
Or is it he just killed himself?
Are his parents just because his brother's a piece of shit, and it's kind of widely implied that they're a criminal family.
Yeah.
So is that just are they?
I don't know. I feel like a lot of them sometimes they have like little half vague talks, and I think they're trying to keep it as vague as possible, bar a couple that are straight up obvious, like Feldman's.
Yeah,
because like basically all four of them are all fucked up.
Yeah, apart from like Vern.
Vern seems to be,
he doesn't seem to have any trauma at all.
Well, no, he's bullied beyond all belief.
Is he though?
Well, they all started shouting "you fart ladders" while he was eating pies.
That's not him.
What?
No. What?
Was that not him?
No.
Why would that not be Vern?
Why would he write a story about his own pal?
I thought that was him when he was younger.
He's like the butt. He's like the butt of the joke.
How have I missed this?
He's like the butt of the jokes in the gang.
Aye.
But he's still part of their group.
Oh,
we're talking
about it was a campfire.
Yeah,
it was a campfire.
Yeah, he's like like their Elliot.
I'm a fucking
they just took the piss out for being fat. It's
I'm
not,
such an idiot. Yeah, your man's telling the story.
That's just a story he's made
told
up.
A story about the puking. I forgot the end of it. I just put two together. Go, that's a fat kid.
Yeah. So do you know? So Feldman we've talked about. He went on to do Lost Boys and Goonies and all that kind of shit, right? Vern. Well, Gordy, do you know who he is?
I kind of had a quick.
He's Will Wheaton.
No,
right?
Yeah, I didn't know who
you
that
might.
was.
He's a writer. He was in Star Trek: Next Generation for a while. Okay. He's been in a lot of sitcoms. Not hugely famous, but this was like. Vern is a guy called Jerry O'Connell.
I know him.
So he's this quarterback in Jerry Maguire.
Oh yes, yeah, I know him for a couple of things.
Then went to marry Rebecca Romijn.
Oh, I remember her. Yeah,
the first Mystique from the model that was in X-Men. So he fucking what a glow up of a life he had.
Yeah,
from the fat kid in Stand By Me to being this incredibly quarterback, good looking guy who's married to this hot model, and then Phoenix obviously died.
Then yeah, the most famous of them.
I don't know much.
Neither do I.
I think I've seen this, and I've seen Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, and that's all I've seen of River Phoenix.
I don't. Yeah.
I've never seen My Private Idaho, which is supposed to be.
No, I've never seen that. He was meant to be the superstar, wasn't he? It was him and Johnny Depp, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, he is like he's fucking great in this.
Yeah, yeah.
But apparently, he was like the guy where folk were like all around Hollywood, like going, "This guy is going to be."
Yeah, he was
better. I mean, like light years ahead of his brother.
Yeah, yeah.
Like what people think Joaquin Phoenix is now, River Phoenix would have been.
Yeah,
and folk are like, "Fuck, that's disastrous." That he.
Yeah.
I got a question for you because they were coming around about the same kind of time and age. I think Leonardo DiCaprio benefited and got River Phoenix's career.
Oh yeah, probably. In fairness, he was probably the next in line, wasn't it?
Aye.
And then just start picking up all the. They would have been doing the same films a lot of them. Yeah.
I think I'm not saying he wouldn't have gone on to be. I don't think DiCaprio would have been as massive if River Phoenix was still.
It's a good one. Yeah, yeah. I think if Philip Seymour Hoffman hadn't died, Jerry O'Connell would be nothing. He died so much later in life and
everything. You ever read much about the River Phoenix, how he died and shit?
No, I don't know. I knew he was in the Viper Club.
He was in the Viper Room,
Yeah, or Viper Room.
I think he took one of those, like, fucking, whatever they're called, like, speedballs, like it's a mix of cocaine and heroin, I think.
Yeah,
I think that's how he died. But like, there's not much about it.
It's just a lightweight.
Not many, yeah. Not many people talk about it.
Yeah, it's an odd.
There's not a huge amount. I think he was just so respected and so well loved that not many people have sold stories about, even folk that were there.
I don't know why I have him and Jeff Buckley as the same guy a lot. And I don't have. There's absolutely no correlation, but
They're both 27 Club people.
I know what it is. Jeff Buckley killed himself in a river. That's fucking what it is.
In Phoenix.
Imagine. I was sitting there, why do I always, he killed himself in a river, so I River Phoenix, I tapped himself. Oh, that's right. Two guys I don't know much about.
I don't know much about Jeff Buckley at all.
My last funny thing about it was the shopkeeper.
Yeah.
Do you remember the shopkeeper that went all in on Denny without saying hello?
Yeah.
He basically just came in and he goes, he just walked in, he goes, how's it going, Denny? And he started quoting the Bible and asked how his dead brother was.
Hell of an arm. Yeah.
You started like that's the most mental thing for nobody. If you went into fucking Londis,
yeah.
How's it going? And you're like, well, the darkness will sweep over the earth and pay its vengeance. And you'd be like, what? And you'd be like, well, I heard your wife had a miscarriage. You'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? You just smacked the cunt. Like, what are you just so devastatingly? Just went right in on everything. You're like, fuck's sake.
My favourite scene is the pie eating because it's brilliant.
Oh, yeah. When he was drinking, I was like, is he drinking oil? Like
castor oil.
It was actually just castor.
Which I'm assuming makes you. I don't know the need for the raw egg.
Yeah, what was it?
I don't know if that just
wanted to add a bit of.
Adds something that kind of intensifies the spewing.
Yeah.
I don't. I've got a thing with it, right? The pie eating. Because I think it's a great scene, and I think it's very, very, very funny, and I think it's very funny the fact that everyone is ripping the shit out of this kid.
Yeah,
like it's not just the kids he goes to high school with, because they're like, hey, lord ass. It's the fact that the presenter mistakenly is like, don't pay any attention to them, lord ass. I mean. And then gives him his real name. It's the fact that the reigning champion of the pie eating trips him up on the way there and then threatens him. And he's like, do you even fucking think about going winning this lord ass, right? And then they go in, and then there's some bizarre group of 4 old guys who've got antlers on. Even they rip into him. They like start going bum ba bum ba bum ba bum when he's walking, and like the whole tent is fucking pissing themselves. And there's mothers go, "Hey, lord ass, come on!" Like it's like so cruel.
I love that. The only thing I've ever seen close to that was like Step Brothers when they're doing like Derek has him enjoy that. It's like an old man getting proper into it.
So I love that, and I love the spewing. I love the fucking radio DJ that does his from the wax to the stacks. KLM 4506. Like I love him. But the only problem I have with it is I don't think Lord Ass was eating much of the pie.
Oh, they're like done. I'm like,
see when you look. He's not touched any of the crust.
Yeah.
So what are the rules of this pie eating contest?
Yeah, because he's just like going straight down.
Is it just the insides? And then even then I'm like, he's not cleaned the fucking plate clean. I always thought an eating contest would be everything's gone. Whereas he just seems to stick his face in, eat some of the blueberries in the side, and then go, no. And then, but he does that with every single one of them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know how he's managed to win
like
this.
20 in, and they're like, you have to finish all of these.
Yeah, exactly.
You've actually gotten none so far.
Well, before we talk about one of the themes of this film and finish off, I have a surprise for you. For our Patreon episode, we are going to be doing a pie eating contest.
Fuck off. You're not actually. What the fuck do you mean?
I've brought pies.
You're not brought pies.
I've brought pies.
You haven't brought fucking pies.
They're in the car.
You're a pile of that's fucking lies.
Right, okay. Tune into the Patreon. Blueberries you can't find because they're a very American thing. What? Well, you're going to be eating one.
Oh, right, okay.
So I've brought apple pies.
Right.
Bramley apple pies. Right? Now, I've not brought 60 fucking pies, right?
Yeah.
I've brought one pie each.
Okay.
Right? And we're going to take it in turns and see how long it takes each of us. We're like the film. We're going to do it like the film. So I'll put it on there, and then we can bend over, right?
Fuck's sake.
And then You have to eat the pie.
You know what,
And
right.
it's how quickly you can eat the whole pie.
That's a fucking disgrace. I have to eat a whole pie now.
Yes.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah. I'll let you off with... We'll see.
Awful.
Yeah.
Very funny though.
Yeah. So I've got them in the car.
I still don't believe you.
Okay.
I don't believe that.
No, you'll find out soon. It's only one apple pie.
Yeah, that's a load.
That's a lot, aye, but it's
Well,
not, they're not even as big as they're like.
It's only a competition though.
What?
I go, it's a lot, and I'm like, but it is a competition. That's why.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Right.
So it's not. I mean, it's not the size of that fucking table. It's like
Imagine.
it's like a dinner plate size of a pie.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
I have a feeling I'm not going to finish this one.
No, I don't think you will either.
I will try though.
But I'll put a what would you say, a 2-minute time limit on it to eat the whole pie?
Yeah.
2 minutes.
So. I would say so.
2 minutes. Right. 2 minutes. Right. I'll tell you what. 2 minutes. You don't need to eat it all. We'll see how much each of us can get done in 2 minutes.
Fucking ridiculous. Right. Perfect.
Okay.
That's great. A pie eating competition. Of all things you said, I've got something first, and I go. I could have had about 100 million things, and I'm like, I don't know.
I'll need to re-angle the camera because we'll need to put the pie in the middle there so you can bend over of it.
Right,
so, but like the film.
Right, you have to. Yeah, but they had their arms tied, didn't they?
No, they didn't have their arms tied. They just didn't use their arms.
Oh, I thought. Yeah.
No, you just said arms behind the back.
Oh, right. I thought I tied them. That was a bit much.
No. Right. Before we go, do you subscribe to the last line of this film that you never have friends like you do than when you were 12 years old?
Nah.
I don't, but I get
what they're saying.
Mine were later.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Well, I suppose it's just when you had time and you were around. And
yeah. I can't really remember because I was thinking about myself at 12 years old, and I can't really. I knew I had like a wee gang of pals around about, but it was more. It wasn't school friends because we all lived in different areas.
Yes.
So it was mostly who was in your street.
Yeah.
That's who you would hang about with most at that kind of age, out with school.
Yeah.
And I would never particularly. It was more a geographical thing over.
Yeah.
That's who was available to play. So we'll go out, and very much like this. And it is a kind of cliched, kind of nostalgic thing to look back but it is genuinely true when folk go, and on days like today, sunny days, somebody would come to your door at like 9 a.m. and go, "Can Mark come out?"
Yeah.
And my mum would be like, "Yeah," and then you wouldn't return until 9 at night. Like it would be dark by the time you came back, and nobody fucking looked for you. Nobody questioned where the fuck you were. You were just out all day. There was no phones to check if kids were alive. It was just assumed you would all turn up safe at the end of the day.
Yeah, it very much was that. Like, you just turn up and be like, where the fuck were you?
Yeah.
You could be like, okay, yeah, you'd be long gone. Back
And you'd never go fucking miles away, but you'd find something. Like we had, like, out at the back of our house, there was like a big massive, when they were redeveloping it all, there was a big massive mud hill.
Okay, right.
It's a shitload of mud. And it, to me, us at the time, it seemed massive. Whereas it wouldn't even be that massive because they wouldn't allow that amount of mud to collect. But it was a big mud hill, and we would just find cardboard boxes to fucking go down it on. And that was us for hours.
We had a small, tiny car park for like lorries. So we'd break into the lorries and we were it's such different, is it? I was about to say we stole like 30, 40 like big tires from it and burned them, and then world's massive bonfire. Yeah. And I found out they were all my relatives that owned it. Right. And then I was like, actually, I shouldn't be saying, if any of them, I'm sorry it was me. Yeah. But I was 12, 13, 14. Yeah. And they were highly flammable.
Oh, tires will go up like.
Yeah. Oh, but I was sitting there thinking later in life, I was like, I wonder how much that all cost, what I've just done. Like, if you burned like 30, 40 like lorry tires, I mean, a lot of them, they were used. They definitely were used. Aye. But still, I mean.
So when you said you were breaking into the trucks, I thought you were robbing truckers.
No,
you broke into the yard and you were taking the
lorries weren't there. It was just the back.
It's just the tires.
It's just the tires inside the big.
Right.
What do you call it?
They'd probably be worn.
They were.
So they'd be taken off, but there'd still be a lot of waste rubber.
Yeah, there was a crane in there that we kind of got moving. Like
The damage you must have done to the ozone layer.
Oh, real bad.
Like, surely, was the plumes of smoke? Did they not fucking alert anyone? Because that must have looked...
We burned it around Halloween.
It's tire burning season.
We burned it around Halloween.
Right.
So people are like, it's just a bonfire or whatever.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah. You could just stick a Northern Ireland flag in it. Nobody will ask anything.
That's amazing.
Your Northern Ireland flag, a UK flag. You know.
That's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
My pals, the group of pals where like these were like around about fourth year, fifth year, sixth year. That's when I would like spend days round at their houses and stuff.
Great.
Like playing FIFA and
Yeah.
like fucking just hanging out and like absolute class. The line that really got me in this is when it says like about friends that come in and out of your lives, like waiters at restaurants. I hate that. It makes me feel like, oh God, I fucking hate that. Because I know, like, I've got friends that I would have had at school.
You're just going to
that
different restaurants.
I'll never see again. Friends that, like, some it's particularly like my first job, like friends that I spent like 4 years with, and did everything with, and I've not seen some of them in 10 years.
Yeah. I think everyone's got them too.
It's gutting. I hate it, Ryan.
Yeah, okay.
I think, do you know what I think is the worst thing in the world? The passage of time.
Really?
It's nothing makes me sadder than the passage of time.
Yeah, it's rape for me.
Yeah, well.
Anyway.
We've all got it.
No. Passage of time is terrifying though.
Yeah.
Are you one of those people that lays awake at night? I bet you are. Going like, I can't believe I'm about to die.
No.
All right.
Because that's not what I'm talking about.
It is.
But I do live, I live within nostalgia all the time.
You do that, right? But I do have this thing where, when people are like, oh my God, I'm 34 now. Yeah, I'm 34 now. They're like, oh, in my head, I'm like, I don't even count. Like when I'm 18, I'm like, I can barely remember when I was 18.
Yeah.
19, 20. I was like, I barely remember that. And in my head, I'm like, that was only like 10, 12 years ago. Chris, it won't even be 50 if you add that on again. And I'm like, great, I'm sorted.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, wonderful. I'll barely remember this when I'm 50.
Yeah, that's true.
If this keeps it up like this. So I'm like, fucking going ahead.
Yeah, that's fair enough, actually.
That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, it's a good way. It's a much healthier way.
Well, I'll probably be dead by 35, but...
Yeah. If I've got anything to do with it. Once we get this pie eating contest and I go...
That's great if you had that poisoned.
Right. Thank you for listening. Next week... right, this is a wild one.
Yeah.
Right, because I was looking through. So I've always got, and listen, genuinely, if anyone has given me DVDs, because people have, I know Anne Marie gave me some, and Rich from Sarah's given us some.
Amberie's given me some too.
Great
Stand
guy.
By Me was fucking Amberie.
Yeah, when I was up in Aberdeen, guy gave me one. I will get to them, right? But I've had this collection that were the next block, and I've gone through them every time and picked one. Last night when I was doing it, I was like, oh shit. Me and Seamus were watching something, and I was like, oh shit, we need to pick something. I need to pick something for next week. And he was like, can I pick it? And I was like, right, all I'm going to show you is, because he largely knows none of them. And I was like, all I'm going to do is, there's about 9 of them here, right? I'll scatter them out, and you just literally pick it, like judge a book by its cover here. Pick Perfect. What you want. And I can totally see why you went for this, right? So next week we are doing the horror film Slither.
Never seen it.
I've never seen this at all.
Slither. That looks like leeches.
Right, yeah. So this is I mean, look at that for a shot. A woman in a bath and a small penis-like thing approaching her.
This is going to be horrible. Looks horrible.
One humdrum evening, Grant hits the local bar where he bumps into old friend Brenda. Abandoning their drinks for a moonlight stroll, the pair discovers the remains of what appears to be a meteor and a trail of glistening, noxious ooze, leading to a pulsating, unidentifiable mass. Suddenly, the glob comes to life and overtakes Grant, penetrating his body with a pustule-covered tentacle. An alien parasite has found and infected its unlucky human host, an unwilling transporter, who now must continue to infect others in order to survive.
This sounds so shit. I've actually seen the cover before, but I know nothing about this fella.
Never seen it.
I'm not going to watch the trailer.
I watched the trailer last night. It looks
who's
fucking
in it?
dog
Who's
shit.
the actors?
I don't know. There's
nothing even in the.
There's nobody. Do you know it's Michael Rooker's in it.
I love Michael.
Right,
Rooker.
Michael Rooker's in it.
Far too good of an actor.
That is the only actor that is on this entire list at the back. Wait a minute. Written and directed by James Gunn. Surely not.
Shut up. James Gunn.
James Gunn, who released
the really good one.
Released the new Superman trailer yesterday.
Yeah. Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
The good one.
Fuck off.
James Gunn.
Oh my God. This
might be all right then.
James Gunn's first ever film.
This might be all right.
There we go. Slither.
That's funny. The
first film he ever directed.
That's quite funny. If that's the first film he's ever done, he's done Michael Rooker. That's probably why he got him in Suicide Squad then.
That is incredible. Oh well. I'm glad we've done this now. This could tie ins with the fact that Superman's coming out. There you go. Well done, Seamus.
There you go. Fucking
right, so Slither next week. Cheers for listening. Keep reviewing and stuff. Keep sending us messages and shit like that. All our dates and stuff are all on the description. Patreons, thank you very much for joining and subscribing and sending us money. It massively helps. If you want to join the Patreon, all the links are there. You get the episode early. You get it with no adverts. You get our bonus episodes, and most importantly, you get to help us keep this going.
Yeah,
which is awesome of you. We're going to go and do that now, where we're going to be doing a pie eating competition.
Unbelievable bastard.
See you next week.